How do you say about in Chinese? Many learners know the word, but they don't know how to use it naturally in a sentence. Today, we'll learn Guanyu and how Chinese speakers introduce a topic. When you want to talk about a specific topic, person, or thing, you can use Guanyu.
Hey everyone, and welcome to this Chinese mini class explainer. I'm your co-host, and we are absolutely ready to tackle some grammar today.
And I'm your other host. If you're an HSK3 learner, you are in exactly the right place. Grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's get into it.
Today we're taking a really relaxed, friendly look at a crucial grammar point that's going to instantly make your Chinese sound so much more natural and fluent. Here's our quick agenda for today. First, we'll meet our target word. Second, we'll look at some daily life examples to actually see it in action. Third, we'll cover a really crucial grammar rule about adding the particle de. Fourth, we've got some fun practice lined up. And finally, we'll wrap the whole thing up with a summary and a preview of our next lesson. Nice, easy, and structured.
All right, section 1, meet Guan Yu. Let's dive right in.
So the word is Guan Yu, which functions as a preposition. We use it to introduce relevant people or things into a sentence.
Right, exactly. If you're trying to map this to everyday English, basically just think of it as meaning about or concerning. It's the absolute perfect tool for setting up the main topic of a conversation right from the start.
Moving on to section 2, daily life examples. Let's see how this actually looks in the real world. Okay, picture this. A teacher is standing at the front of a classroom, looking out at a bunch of students who are nervously reviewing for a big test. The teacher asks, 关于明天的考试，大家还有问题吗? Which translates beautifully to, about tomorrow's exam, does everyone still have questions? Notice how guanyu functions right at the very beginning of the sentence to perfectly introduce that topic, the upcoming exam. Let's roleplay another really common daily scenario. Imagine I need some study help from you. I would say something like, 请问你什么时候有时间？我想问你一些关于汉语的问题。
Which in English means, excuse me, when do you have time? I want to ask you some questions about Chinese. The phrase Guanyu Hanyu is doing all the heavy lifting here to specify that the questions are specifically about Chinese. It's incredibly useful for your everyday chats.
Section 3, you must add day.
Yep, time for a very friendly warning about a super common learner mistake.
When you use guanyu in a phrase to describe or modify a noun, you have to follow a strict formula. Step 1 is guanyu. And step 2 is your topic.
And step 3 is where you absolutely must add the structural particle de, non-negotiable.
Exactly. Then step 4 is your noun. So going back to our last example, questions about Chinese becomes guanyu hanyu plus de plus wénti. Never forget that de. It's literally the super glue holding this grammar together. Section 4, let's practice. Time to put you on the spot and test your knowledge with a quick sentence scrambling game. All right, here are your scrambled puzzle pieces. Guānyú Zhōngguó, Yi, She, Wo, My, Zhōngguó, Shu, wénhuà, and of course, our all-important de. How would you put these together to say, I want to buy some books about Chinese culture? We're going to give you 3 seconds to think it through.
3, 2, 1.
Did you get it? The correct sentence is, 我想买一些关于中国文化的书. Notice how guanyu and the act as the anchors for our formula here. You have guanyu plus the topic 中国文化, which means Chinese culture, plus the noun 书, meaning books. Fantastic job if you got that. Okay, let's level up. This one's slightly longer, but you can definitely do it. Your pieces are guanyu, the, 事情, 结婚, 我们, a comma, 同意, 已经, le, 家人, the, 我. Give it your absolute best try to form the sentence, regarding the matter of our marriage, my family has already agreed. Take 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. The answer is, 关于我们结婚的事情，我的家人已经同意了.
Just imagine that joyful scenario, a family happily giving their blessing to a marriage.
And once again, we see guanyu paired perfectly with the right before the noun 事情, which means matter or thing. You absolutely nailed it. And that brings us to section 5, summary and preview.
Let's wrap this explainer up.
Number 1, Guan Yu introduces relevant people or things, acting just like about or regarding does in English. Number 2, if it modifies a noun, you must always add day right before that noun. And number 3, practice makes perfect. Learning Chinese takes daily dedication, and you are doing absolutely brilliantly. Be super proud of the hard work you put in today. Before we close out, here's a very quick sneak peek at our next session. We'll be looking at another preposition, wénhuà, which is used to introduce the specific purpose of an action, kind of like saying for or in order to.
So we want to leave you with this final provocative thought. What big life goals are you learning Chinese wénhuà? What is your ultimate purpose? Keep that spark of motivation alive.
Keep practicing your grammar every day, and we'll see you right back here in the next explainer.
Now you know how to introduce a topic naturally in Chinese with Guanyu. If you want to learn more practical Chinese grammar and real conversations, subscribe to my channel and check the full lessons.